Okay. So I'm starting the recording. This is Ustream, people. Ustream. Actually, you know what? If you want to follow me on Ustream, you can. You can. You absolutely can. So here's the link. Now this is for my YouTube people, okay? I'm gonna post the link right here, and then you click on it, and it'll take you right on down. So and if it's more convenient, there's also gonna be a link in the description bar below. I'm sorry, I'm just I'm a restless mermaid. I'm restless. I must play with my mer hair. So, anyways. As I was saying, I wanted to just clock a little bit of tea. Not the whole tea, okay? Not the whole cup. But I'm just going to get into it a little bit, okay? So, basically on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta this week, we saw that Kirk, spoke to Mimi, and somehow Mimi was able to find the light. And I was very surprised by Mimi's conversation with Kirk, because it seems like she's a very intelligent being. So it kind of bugged me out that, like, she really was giving real rap to Kirk, but it was like advice is so easy to give, so hard to follow. So, that kind of threw me. I was like, son, if you knew all this, why you still fucking with... I mean, I know she's co-parenting with Stevie, but it's like, I mean, really, like, she should have known by now that taking that car would have been... it wasn't, like, really the move. But, I mean, again, it was G shit for her to, like, just walk out the restaurant and act like, it's whatever, it's nothing for me to give you back your BMW, because for me, that would have been something. If I would have went from having a whip to not having a whip, that would have been a whole change of attitude, you feel me? I mean, like, I imagine when you get a whip from someone for free, it's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whip. That's a whip. You know what I mean? That's a cruiser. You can cruise. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Gas is expensive, but not as expensive as a motherfucking car. So, people find ways. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just be putting coins in their fucking tank. And I'm not trying to single nobody out because it do bees like that. But I'm just saying, like, if you get you enough quarters and stuff, you could really get yourself on the way. I don't fucking know, really, because I don't be driving, so... Don't ask me for any driving advice, tips, or things of that nature. But anyways, what I wanted to get into was LMAO at Shirlene riding over Kirk's motorcycle. I could not breathe. I was received. I was given away. I felt like Simba in the hands of Rafiki. I was just getting so much motherfucking life and sun from that shit. Like, that shit had me fucking death. Like, and the thing that killed me was Kirk caught himself coming over to apologize, but it's like his whole attitude was like still not acceptable. It's like, damn, Shirlene is there. You've been fucking around with her daughter. You've been fucking around acting like you could just be turned up at like 53, you feel me? Like, you can't be turned up at 53. No shade to all y'all 53-year-olds that is turned up right now, but like, honestly, like, no tea. Like, I wouldn't say my mom is like a Mama D kind of situation. I would say that, like, my mom would know Mama D, and my mom wouldn't fuck with Mama D, but my mom would say hi to Mama D and be chill with her, and occasionally drink cheap wine with Mama D. You feel me? Like, my mom ain't like Mama D, but she'll be a bitch in her company. You feel what I'm saying here? So that's where I'm just like, Charlene... Like, Charlene went to the left. I didn't expect that from her. That was honestly, I don't feel like that's a Mama D stunt, because I feel like Mama D wouldn't want to get nothing on film with her fucking something up. You feel me? Like, you seen how she was on the offense. You notice, like, when that party fight was popping off, she was not even involved. You know what I mean? She was trying to walk the fuck away. She was diddy bopping the fuck away from the altercation. So... really, I just don't see it. Some people know the law like that, and they really won't even test it. But Charlene just didn't give one scrap of a fuck, because she really was just like, move, Rashida, and she just rolling over this motherfucking motorcycle. And I mean, that's true G shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's true G shit. Whenever you ride on somebody, like, literally you ride on somebody else's ride, you are about a different type of fucking life, you know what I mean? Because, like, had it been me, I would have been scared as fuck that shit would have blown up underneath my car, and next thing you know, I'm dead, you feel me? I got foresight, you know what I mean? I'm trying to really assess the situation. I was like, Charlene, was it that serious? For her, totally. But for the rest of the people, probably not. I don't know. Miss Charlene, you know what, I would never fuck with you, and I stand behind you 100%, and, you know, you fucking up Kirk's little bike, but, you know, LMAO. That's all I really had to say. This whole situation with Mary Jane going on Candy Coated Nights, I've been following that with Funky Dineva. I mean, like, irrelevant, you know what I mean? Like, no shade, you know what I mean? Like, we're making a lot of people relevant right now. We're giving out a lot of checks, you know what I mean? For what? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is the point of that shit, but I mean, whatever. Scrappy, I am currently making gifs of last week's episode because when that nigga said, I don't know why I keep smiznayin. I was like, yo, for real. And then he was like, your boy been smoking. I know, Scrappy. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that P test was fucked up. I don't think there was no foul play, no T. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Like, and that's real rap. Like, that's real rap. I don't believe him. But that's what the fuck he want to say. That's the shit he want to have people believe. Okay. I don't believe it. Hustling, respect for buying your own ring. Like, you know, like nobody else could know that you wanted to fucking buy that ring for Stevie, I fucking guess. Oh shit, hold up. Somebody just wrote something. Hi, Witty Black Chick. Oh, child, I bet. PYT223. I was weak when the bike caught on fire. Dude, I couldn't even believe. I just couldn't even believe that, like, that was, like, some real shit that popped off. But that's how it be sometimes, you feel me? That's how it be, unfortunately. Fuck. Hustling, buying her own ring. That's cool for her. But I mean, like, it's so forced. It's like, it don't seem like real, but it's like, I got information. I think we all did. If everybody fuck with Tumblr, like I fuck with Tumblr, that like they're gonna be engaged in Puerto Rico, and like that's dope. But I don't know. Like, Stevie is just not giving me like marriage tease, and I don't know. I felt like that was the first time that Hustling even seen Stevie's fucking dad. Like, for real. Like, they just gave each other this mad, unfamiliar, like, stale-ass hug. I was just like, what is happening? I don't know. It just, like, seemed really fucking forced. And, like, that's unfortunately how it bees. It bees like that, you know? Unfortunately, that's how it bees. But holy damn. You know, holy fucking damn. But to be real with you, like, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that shit is, like, it's whatever. But hold on, before I move on, though. This bitch, Tracy Mans, Gorla, like, look, this is how I see it. As far as he's concerned, he went to jail, like, or rather never went into jail, just got like handcuffed or whatever. I mean, I feel like that's relevant, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's relevant. Like, I mean, not really, to be honest. Like, it, like, me knowing that you went to jail doesn't bother me, to be real. I think it's more so, you know, I think it's more so like she don't want to look stupid to Kirk. I'm sorry, not Kirk, sorry. She don't want to look stupid to Drew. But it's like, I didn't feel like she looked stupid. I feel like, you know, homie didn't want to disclose his business in front of this nigga. Like, that's really what it was. But I feel Tracy, you know what I mean? I feel Tracy not being into it. But at the same time, I feel like this nigga, like, I don't feel like Sean was, like, the worst person this bitch could have met, you feel me? And not only that, though, but I feel like, Drew is just a piece of fucking garbage. I hate that nigga. Like, deadass, I hate Drew so much. He's such a fucking mind gamer. Like, he started off, like, hating on Tracy, then he needed her, and then he treated her like shit again, and then he fucked up and, like, either stole the money. And honestly, I'm not even sure at this point. I feel like that nigga could have stole the money. I could be talked into that. I could be persuaded into believing that, honestly. Because it's like, I don't fucking know Drew, and he seems like a player, like, anyways. Like, he just seems like a nigga that really don't know what the fuck he want to do. He really don't know what the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? I don't see that he knows what the fuck he wants, and that's what bothers me. Cause like he could play Tracy so hot and cold, like on national television. It's just like, Zam, you know, whacked me. But I wanted to move on and talk about Orange is the New Black because that's what I've been watching, and I actually finished the season and nobody else has, so everybody's gonna be mad because, like, I mean, I don't know, I'm not even gonna really spoil it because, like, I mean, there's so much like fuck shit in it. Like, it's like on one hand, it's like, do I really give a fuck about a fucking whack ass white lady who like got caught up in the legal system and is in jail where her like white gay lover, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I mean, it's just like softcore. It's not even softcore porn, to be honest. I feel like it's pretty hardcore, to be real, in some aspects. But maybe it's just me being kind of prudish. I don't know, but I just feel like it's very sexual. But at the same time, I feel like it really like focuses on the white characters like extremely, and like I could smell from a mile away that Tasty was gonna go back to jail. Like I was just like, Tasty ain't really leaving. And like the thing that really sucks is like I loved her character, but I wanted her to get out of jail. You know what I mean? It's like I missed her, but like not that goddamn much. Like I was happy as hell that a black woman was free. You know what I mean? But then like they showed the realities, you know, of being in the system, of not having resources, of not having a place to go, and like that's real. You know, that's real as fuck. Like, I mean, you know, I have friends, but damn, like, God forbid I go to jail for a little bit, you feel me? And I try to come out. Like, where am I gonna go? You know what I mean? It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, who fucks with you after you go to jail? You know, where are your peoples at? It's just a lot of guesswork. So that's what really fucked with me with the whole Tasty plot line. Doggett slash Pennsatucky. Like, I mean, that is like the epitome of like a ugly white bitch to me. Jesus Christ. No shade to all you white bitches out there. But goddamn, Pennsatucky slash Doggett, that bitch is ugly as fuck. Like, and it's not even just because of like what she says. Like, they really like got her looking fucked up in this shit. And I'm being so real. They got her looking so wild, yo. God damn. You know what I mean? Like, look, here's the thing. Tasty be like, the thing is, some of the inmates don't look bad in jail. But goddamn, like, Nikki got that white girl boof. You feel me? He got that white girl boof. Like, it's like that white girl hair that just won't lay down. It's that boof. That white girl boof, I'm telling you. Oh my God. I was like, Lord, you know what I mean? Like Piper, she looked regular, you know what I mean? She looked like a regular ass white bitch. Her face don't change, you feel me? It looked the same. You know what I mean? When she was starving, when she was not starving, I noticed no change. You know what I mean? So I was like, I really don't care. But nobody really was like striking looking to me, except for that white bitch with the fucking cornrows. Like when she started looking hella wild, I was like, oh damn, they really got her looking a mess. You know what I mean? But most of the people in the cast don't look like wildin' or whatever. Like, but that one white bitch, Doggett, oh my God, that bitch teeth, Lord. No, I knew they weren't gonna let Tasty go because she's hilarious as well. But it really just killed me, to be honest with you. Like that they had her go out and then come right the fuck back in. But that's how it really do be. Yo, the plot line though with Daya and her mom, that's fucking wildin' to me too. Like, I mean, on one hand, it was like really hot to see like Daya sleep with Caesar. I was bugging. I was like, damn. I was like, that is fucking delicious. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm into that shit. Like, I'm into like taboo porn and shit. So like the fact that like this girl slept with her mom's boyfriend, like that was like kind of like that was porn for me. Like that shit made me feel like woo. I was like, girl, I think Dia is so hot. I think Bennett is really cute too. I hate Mendez. That nigga sucks. I want to kill Mendez actually. Like every time I see that nigga, I just want to stab his ass. I hate how much I want to stab him because like I feel crazy. But I want to like attack that nigga so bad, just stomp on his fucking dick. It just makes me so fucking angry to see him. Um, yeah. Pennsatucky do look like she is from the deep country. um, who else? Sophia. Is it Sophia or Sophie? I think I'm fucking this up. I want to say Sophia. The trans woman. I love her plot line. I love that they have her like doing everybody's hair and making them look good and shit. Like that is like beautiful to me. And I think it's dope that like her wife taught her how to like do all those things, like how to feminize, because like I feel like being able to feminize people, to some people I think who like people who are makeup artists and stylists overall, they just get this like sense of pride of like just trying to make someone over, and like I don't mean it in a way that's like full of like lookist garbage, because it's like who really cares how you look. That shouldn't even like, I mean, for me, like how I look to me matters, but in reality it's like whatever. It's like I had situations where like I thought I was like deformed for a long time about something, and I know that's like ableist as fuck to say, but I had like a situation where like I thought something was like happening to me, or I thought something had happened to me, and I was like, how am I gonna live with this? And like I was being really fucking dramatic, and it's like, you're gonna keep living. Like you're not gonna die just because like you don't look the same way you looked, or like something changes about you, or you don't look like a certain way anymore. Like I think we all go through bodily changes that kind of make us go whoa, like and then we have like this feeling about them. It's kind of like when I get scars. It's like I get kind of like ridiculous about it, because sometimes I'm just like, oh no, like another scar. And like some of my scars are like whatever, like they're all whatever, but some of them bother me. Like I have one that I got from this stupid motherfucker, and like it makes me mad because like I feel like it just doesn't make my leg look as beautiful. But I mean, I know that's a dumbass thing, because that's like my leg is still as beautiful even with that scar. But it just annoys me that like I was like scarred because of another motherfucker. But anyways, I really enjoy Sophia. I enjoy her role, and I think it's important. But I mean, as always, like the annoyances come from the fact that this shit is set in jail. Like, of course, there's plenty of POC characters, you know what I mean? But I was also reading up on about other, like I was reading other critiques about it, because a lot of them are coming out now, which is awesome. I feel like this is a very easy season to go through. However, like I'm wondering if there's gonna be the same kind of drop off with the next season, because it's like I feel like we all kind of like buffeted on this shit. Like I mean, I could have been done with the season sooner, but I was really trying to pace myself, because I wasn't sure how many episodes or seasons were available, and then like I think around like episode 8 is when I looked and I saw like how many I had left, and I was like, wow, like I was so sad about it. And I'm still sad about it. It makes me sad, but it makes me happy that like it was so easy to watch, or rather consume, that like we can talk about it soon. Like it's only been out for like a week and a week and 2 days, so it's great that like I can talk about it and you guys can like totally know exactly what I'm talking about because you've seen it too. Um, oh, that was her brother. Oh damn, her brother fine as shit. That's crazy to me. That's so wild. Her brother is like really attractive. I was loving it. I was loving like the pink panties and the pink bra. It was everything to me. I loved it. Um, but yeah, that took me like a minute to get. I was like, what? Um, I don't like. I mean, the Piper and Voss storyline is whatever to me. I don't give a fuck about two thin ass white ladies doing shit. I don't care. Um, I think Morello is like cute, but I don't care either. Like about that whole situation. It's like I want to see Tasty and Poussey, my nigga. Like, I mean, listen, like, it's just like it sucks because it's like I always feel like larger brown bodies, like we never get to be sexual, and if we are, it's like a joke. It's like not anything serious. So I'm like hoping in like the second season, like Poussey and Tasty like get into it. Like I'll die. I'll fucking die. Like, I can't even. Like, Poussey, like, I found Poussey, first of all, Poussey is, like, a new actor and, like, doesn't have many Instagram followers. So, like, I feel like if I was, like, thirsty on her, like, she would know, but I feel like she's straight. But I'm, like, all up on her Instagram, grilling, bitch. Like, just looking, because she is so fucking beautiful. Killing me. Oh my god. It's like some women like that low cut Caesar with the deep waves, like that is them. I wish I could rock a bald head, like just a straight up a motherfucking what's her name? Lisa. Is it Lisa from Friday? I think it was Lisa from fucking Fresh Prince actually. But goddamn. You know what I mean? Like, homie looks so banging. And Tasty is mad sexy too. I think like I would just love to see more brown bodies like doing their thug thizzle. I'm dead that Mendez is like in love with Daya right now because it's just like ill. Like even though we knew after like he went to the bar with Bennett that like he had this like softer side, which in my opinion isn't really a softer side. It's just like this like shitty like disposition turned inward. Like I think like he feels like so shitty, like he's so shitty to people. I think he feels people being shitty to him in reaction to that. I think that like it's not people aren't not asking you about your day because they don't give a fuck. It's like they don't give a fuck about you, you're an asshole. You feel me? Like that's just point blank what it is. And I feel like the fact that like Bennett and Daya could have a conversation or a dialogue outside of like the relationship of CO versus prisoner, I feel like that's like, you know, it's interesting, but I don't know. It's interesting. I'll say that. I don't know. I just like I don't give a fuck about the Daya and Bennett storyline at all. Like I think it's interesting that they're gonna try to have a baby. Yes, Neil Long. Thank you. I think it's interesting that they're gonna try to have a baby, and like play it off like it isn't Bennett's. And I feel like they're gonna be successful, to be real. But at the same time, I think that lady, with that long-haired bitch, that one that looks like Lassie, I think that bitch, she's embezzling or something. You could tell. There's just like a bunch of white people doing crimes. You feel me? Just a bunch of white people doing crimes. You know what I mean? And black people struggling to live. You know what I mean? Like, if you just notice, like, the crimes, like, the shit that's popping off, it's like, I don't know. Like, I still don't even understand, like, how Red got into jail. Like, just because she popped the titty. And wait, hold on a second. Is Red in jail as a smuggler? I don't know. I missed that whole storyline. I really don't understand what's happening in that storyline at all. But if anyone knows and wants to tell me, that'd be awesome. Because I really think I blanked. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna watch the season again for sure, but I don't know. I'm only watching the Kardashians because I feel like they're going to show me the baby, but every week that I look, Kim is like not even like close to pregnant, and I don't feel like I'm going to ever be able to see the baby, and like that makes me kind of sad. And I know that that's like some offy ass, whack ass shit, but like that's just how it is, you know what I mean? I want to see their baby. I'm not angry like that I haven't seen the baby, but I want to see the baby. You know what I mean? Like, me and Rob haven't been over to the house in weeks. We haven't been invited to go over there. We are currently staying with Chloe and Lamb Lamb, and we have no choices because again, our house is being bombed. It's being bug bombed. And it's just like really like it's depressing, but at the same time, you know, we want to have a place that is bug free. So, and also Rob has asthma, so like after we bomb it, we have to wait at least 2 weeks before we can go in. We have to air it out, and then we have to have like, you know, get someone to like monitor outside and make sure no one goes through the windows because we have to be airing it out all the time. So it's just so crazy, you know, like being a homeowner is like so ridiculous. I'm so glad that I'm not on the lease. I'm not on the deed or anything. So, you know, it's not really my house. It's like I can come and go. So, like, that's beautiful for me. Not really tied down. For real, Woody Black Chick, for real. It's like Healy, like, I can't even believe Healy, to be honest. Thank you, with Janae. Healy freaks me out just because I know that, like, there's weird niggas like that in the world. Like that's not like a thing that's not real, you know? I know there's like wacky ass, hater ass white dudes out there that'll like be like that. And it's like, you know, the more I talk about things that like are obviously anti-government, I get worried about being like a political prisoner or becoming a target of imprisonment. And like, I mean, I'm not trying to be extra when I say this. It's just something that I truly do think about. Um, oh, okay, Witty Black Chick. Okay, I get that now. But because of like the realities of that situation, it's like I think about stuff like this all the time. I'm just like, damn, like, you know, the way that they're portraying jail, it doesn't seem like it's that serious, and I know that it's way worse. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, they're still not giving us the real deal, and then they're also giving it to us through like this white gaze. You know what I mean? This upstate New York, you know, obviously funded motherfucking jail. You know what I mean? Like, we're not looking at like a southern jail. We're not looking at a jail, you know, in a place where, you know, the money is not flowing. So, you know, it's just like a bunch of shit. But it makes me like really sad because I really feel like I love, like, I can't lie to you, like there's like this feeling of like a wonder when I see black people, black women mainly on TV. And just being real, you know, like there was use of African American vernacular English and just real shit, you know, like real conversations, and real assessments. But at the same time, you know, there were things that did bother me, and I'm gonna make like an actual formal critique of it, not just like doing a Ustream. But I know that a bunch of people just finished watching it, so I kind of just want to have like fellowship and like talk with everybody about it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm some fucking I like had tacos tonight and they were so fucking good. Like, can I tell you? I had corn tortillas and I like heated them up in a pan, and then I put beef, like ground beef in the pan with peas, and then I like fried it up, and then I added this like I took like fresh cilantro, limes, and squeeze them, fresh squeezed limes, and cilantro and onion, and I mix it all together, and it's so good. And then I put that with like some cheddar cheese. Oh my god, like there's nothing like tacos, yo. Tacos are my fucking lifeblood. Like my life depends on my consumption of tacos. Like, to be real. You found Naza. I am Trent. Are you asking me how I am? Like, this is, like, I've been meaning to make a video about this, too, because this is so annoying. Like, people trying to, like, I don't want to, like, get annoying, like, right now, because, like, I'm, like, annoyed because I feel like people keep doing this, where they're talking about Trent, like, I'm not Trent. Like, Trent is like this mustache that I put on, when in reality, as a bigender person, it's like I can't help that sometimes I feel more masculine and I want to present as more masculine. Whether or not I pass as masculine to you or not doesn't matter. It's more so for me. So if you're gonna say how's Trent, you wouldn't say how's Trent unless you thought Trent was another person or like another stipulation of myself. Whereas I am Trent. So you would say, how are you, Trent? That's how you would address me if you were going to call me Trent. You wouldn't say, how's Trent? That doesn't make any sense. I don't have multiple personality disorder. And even if I did, I don't. You know, and even if I did, it wouldn't even make any sense for you to address me as someone that I'm not asking you to address me as. You know, like there's tenses to how you address someone, especially if someone has introduced you another name. And it's like, it gets kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, you know, it's like whenever I change my hair, it's like, that's why I haven't been wearing wigs, because it's like any kind of style, like a wig or something that I can't take off, it's like there's no way for me to really experiment with like my masculine style. However, you know, with this hair, it's very obviously like femme, but I mean by the standards of femme, you know? So, you know, I think it's one of those situations where it's important, like language is important, you know, that we created language so that we can have a better understanding. So like I try to like be like honest with people about like how I'm like dealing with this thing, but it's hard because like people don't understand. Like I think like for a long time I didn't understand, and I'm still understanding. So it's like it's important. And you know, I appreciate you apologizing and I accept your apology. But it's important, you know, to like to be real about that shit, because you know, whenever people do that, it's like very patronizing. Like people are like, oh, like how come you're not dressing masculine? And it's like, well, to be honest with you, I'm not having any boy days. Like I can't help it if I'm not feeling masculine for you. However, you know, if I want to be femme, I think the thing is also, I think like people feel like they have like this claim over me being femme, where like if I'm not femme, it feels weird to them and it makes them feel weird for like a liking me or appreciating me, because I'm no longer the gender they believed I was. And then there's also the people that see that my name is Trent, or that I want to be called Trent, and they think automatically that I have a dick and that I'm trying to trick them. And I think that that's what really sucks, is like that people like assume anything about my genitalia, ever. Like that's so weird to me. You know what I mean? Like when I'm presenting as a girl, when I'm presenting as a girl, people know right away that, you know, or rather they assume right away that I have a vagina. But as soon as, you know, I have a mustache, or, you know, I'm not wearing a bra, or I'm wearing something that's kind of gender fluid, people are like, whoa, like, do you have a dick? It's like, I mean, no, I don't. But like, even if I did, like, why does that matter? And like, why is that your business? And I think that that's like a whole nother issue entirely, dealing with like transphobia and whatnot, because you know, people don't really know how to talk to trans people. It really sucks. Like, I feel like people are always saying the wrong thing, and it comes from a very like, first, a very like heteronormative place. um I mean, look, I don't know if, I mean, I can't say that like everybody's asking because they know I don't like it, because I think some people will genuinely ask because they want to know. You know, I think like, I know for myself, I know in the past I've been transphobic, and like I have learned like so much from like being around other trans folks and from being called out. But I know that I've definitely like, I've been one of those people that I've like tried to like identify someone by their genitalia, like while I was next to them. Like I was looking, I was like, you know, trying to clock them, and that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like people don't exist for you to just be fucking standing there like grilling them and trying to figure out, oh, are those tits or are those not tits? Are those like, are those fake tits? Are those, is that a bulge? Is that packing? You know what I mean? Like that's like, people don't deserve that shit. But at the same time, I know that it's important, you know, to have dialogue, and I think it's important, I should say, to have dialogue when you feel you can have dialogue. Because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to talk to people about this shit because people come at me so fucked up and so annoying. It's like, do you really think I want to be like, do you really think I want anyone to look at me like because they think that I have a dick? You know what I mean? Do you really think that I have decided to call myself Trent because I want people to think I have a dick? Like, if you really think like that, then like you obviously are already like mad fucked up. Like, to be honest, like you're already like really fucked up if you think anybody does anything like so, especially like to deal with like their gender for anybody else, you know. It's true, Woody Black Chick. It's true. People really don't educate themselves on other people's gender identities, and I think it has a lot to do with like this heteronormative, like, you know, society that we live in, where like, you know, gay people have a pride and like straight people get mad, and it's like, hold on, bitch. Like, do you realize that like everything is for straight people? You know, like other people's gender identities are not at all taken into account. And you can tell, you know, from so many ways, like from bathrooms, from, you know, forms that you have to fill out, from documents, and things of that nature, clothing, especially toys. Like, there's so many things that are so gendered, and I think it's hard, you know, because like one of my partners like wasn't cool with it. Like one of my partners like wasn't cool with me wanting to be more masculine and wanting to kind of, you know, I would say like take on a different role, I think, in the relationship. And I feel like it's hard to deal with, um, you know, that in my day to day, but especially like with a partner. Like, I think that like now all of my relationships have to be like kind of upfront and honest and open. And I mean, that's how they all should be. But I think when you're, you know, as I assumed myself hetero, it was just very hard for me to really speak up in my relationships because I always felt like I was like letting dudes like kind of like progress things in a way, or like letting dudes take over, or following the lead of a man, and just like, I guess like feigning this like persona that I was like not like other girls, which is so fucking stupid to say, by the way. But I feel like that kind of like idea where you think that you're not like other girls and you're so different, you know, you meet these fucking guys who will like prop you up on that shit. Like they'll fucking like they'll stand behind you because the patriarchy loves that shit. That's patriarchy right there. Saying that you're not like other girls, you know what I mean? You're different. You're not like those girls. That's so anti-woman, and like that's so like shitty to like group everyone together and to act like, you know, like who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you? And how the fuck can you judge yourself against every fucking woman? Just not possible. You know what I mean? Just not possible. Not to mention the fact that like you're othering yourself from women based on some like some patriarchal bullshit. And the thing, like I said, dudes will like back you up on that shit. Dudes will like let you believe that you are like this like different, beautiful flower. You love ESPN and you wear boy clothes, whatever the fuck that means. And you know, you fucking like to be dirty, and who fucking knows? All these fucking like, all these like acceptable female interests that like by the male gaze standard, and then like all of these like assumed like femme gender norms like congealed together. Like that's what men like will prop up. They will prop up a woman that's like, oh, I cook, but I also play football and I also read the newspaper, and you know, me and my grandpa, we watch fucking baseball together in the afternoons. I don't fucking know, but like they will prop up someone, you know, who is anti-woman just so that they can like let them also spew this like pro dude fucking rhetoric that's like so fucked up, because it like, again, it positions women at a disadvantage. It makes women look weak, and there's nothing wrong with being weak. It just makes women look weak disproportionately to men. It makes women look incapable. It makes women look frail and dainty, and there's nothing wrong with frail and dainty. However, to pin us all as frail and dainty, to think that we are all in need of a rescue, is fucked up and gendered as shit. but also just like reeks of patriarchy, you know, reeks of white savior bullshit, to be honest, savior bullshit, like male savior bullshit in gen. But we always get deep, y'all. We always get deep. But it's true. It's hard to break out of the gender binary ideals. I do agree with that sentiment. And, you know, getting back into Orange is the New Black, I would say that I appreciate all of the queer loving. But I hate that there are no brown bodies loving on each other. I feel like Pusey loves Tasty. I'll go out there and say that. Oh, PYT 223, girl, I know. Girl, I know. It's like, it's so hard. It was like really hard for me to break out of that. Like, from time to time, like when I get myself like all gussied up, it feels good. But I know that for a long time, I was really just getting prettied up or whatever, just so that like dudes would like either like not be mean to me or would be attracted to me in general. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted male attention so bad. But at the same time, I wanted a different type of male attention than I got most of the time. An example, see all the time. It's one of those things where it's like, no matter how much I dressed up or got prettified, you know, I never really ever, when I was out and getting hit on by dudes, ever was hit on by a dude that I was like genuinely interested in and like wanted to get to know more. It's always been like I've met these guys like through friends or like through the internet. Like, it really hasn't been like me walking on the street like getting hit on by a guy. 9 times out of motherfucking 10, and honestly I'll even say 10 times out of 10, it's unwanted, unwarranted, unsolicited fucking attention from men that is just fucking vile. It's just terrible. It just makes me feel dirty. It makes me feel very scared sometimes, depending on like what time of day it is. It makes me feel on guard. It makes me feel like hyper visible, but also it makes me feel kind of in a way helpless, because like if some guy's like driving around in his car rolling up on me, like what the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I just get worried. And I think like it's not even just about like getting dressed up or getting gussied up or anything. I think it's also just like in the things that you do. I think that like when you're most comfortable, you probably don't feel like you look like ready to conquer like all of these like dudes grilling you because they think you're so hot. You know what I mean? Like when you're like wearing your PJs or whatever, you're comfy and like you're happy and like you're not doing it for anyone but you. But I often find that like when I'm getting dressed up, you know, aside from like doing like YouTube shit where I feel like, ooh, I just want to look like a princess today, you know, I will get more dressed up or try to look more appealing. And now like that I'm kind of out of that whole male gaze shit, I feel really very like strongly. Fuck, what was I just saying? Shit, I lost it. Fuck. Now that I'm like kind of like out of the male gaze kind of situation, like I'm kind of like repurposing a lot of my wardrobe and just trying to make it as queer as possible, but also I'm like really working on just trying to like look as masc as possible. I really enjoy looking very masculine, and like while I do look super femme right now, like there are masculine aspects, you know, to what I'm doing, and I think that that's like just as valid and important to me. I love to be masc. I love it. I think it feels really good and it empowers me. There's nothing wrong with being a strong, empowered woman. I just know that that's not who I am. I know that I'm not a woman. I think that that word is like very loaded, and like I respect anyone who does identify as a woman. And I have like solidarity with women. I'm not trying to like other myself or anything like that. It's just that like I truly never felt like, you know, my gender was, you know, a woman. And while I am a female bodied person, um, or rather a person that was like female coerced at birth, I feel like, you know, obviously my solidarity is with female bodied people and like, you know, people who, you know, look most like me, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm not really, I don't know. It's like I like to get dressed up like a girl sometimes because that's like really fun. But like when I get dressed up like a dude, it's like it feels better and like it feels good. And I love it. And I can't explain it. Like I don't love getting dressed up as a girl. It's a lot of work. It's so much. For a long time, I did love it because it was a lot of work and it was so much. Like the whole, like, I don't want to say there's rules to being femme, but I want to say that there's like a formula for like getting all femified and feminized and all shit like that, and the looks and the different modes and the personas you can create just with hair, you know, just with texture, you know, just with makeup and clothes. And I think that that's like so amazing, but at the same time, it's exhausting and it never feels like real, you know? It never feels real to me. I never feel like a real girl. Like I always feel like I'm pretending, and like it feels good sometimes to feel like that, to feel kind of like a turtle without its shell in a way, like I have no home, but I can live anywhere. But sometimes it's really confusing because like people don't treat me the same. Like people definitely, when I'm like on my boy days, like people definitely don't treat me like I deserve to be treated. Um, and you know, it's been like it's been kind of hard, but um, I just like I know that for me, being bigendered is like so important. Um, and I just like I appreciate like people just like accepting me if they do. 'Cause like that's cool. That's awesome. But I don't know, like I think some people like whenever they say like special snowflake stuff, it's like really annoying because it's like being gay is not like, you know, like or rather being queer, being trans, that's not like being like cool, you know? Like that's part of my life, and I was really scared to like be all the way who I was, and I don't feel that way anymore. And I've been influenced by so many amazing people, and I appreciate them, and I'm just happy, you know, that like I am who I am. Oh, Tori Love, I agree. You know, being femme is like so much work. It's no, and I agree. Gender is not set in stone, and I think that gender can be so fleeting. You know, like yes, Woody Black chick, it is. It's like when I get femmed up, it's like I'm not even me. You know, I'm not even me. I am anyone I want to be, and it's drag, you know, it's so drag for me. And I feel like, you know, when I get masked up, I feel like, unfortunately, like I feel best when I'm like, you know, just like in PJs or whatever, not super gendered. But even when I dress as a boy, it's still a lot, you know. Even getting masked up, you know, because I'm kind of a very femmy guy, so I still have like a very like ritualistic way of like getting all masked up. So, um, with that said, it's just like it feels so amazing. Yeah, you know, I think people who consider themselves androgynous. I mean, I don't feel like I'm androgynous. I feel like I can pull off being masculine. However, I have a very cis femme face. Like I think it's very hard for me to pass as mask. And even when I am mask, I look hella fucking flamboyant. Like I think like no matter what, like I'm always gonna look, you know, not straight and, you know, gay as fuck. And that's fine. But I think that people that are more androgynous, I think that that's really awesome. But I feel like bigender is not really about androgyny at all. I think it's more so about like you definitely have these waves where like your body goes through being like awesome and not awesome. Where it's like as a woman, like, or rather when I'm dressing as a femme person, I love my boobs and like I love my body because I just like the way I'm shaped and I like the way that I look as a femme person because like femme is very easy for me. I have all the shit to be femme. You know what I mean? Like I've always had all the shit, or rather I've come to acquire all the shit to be femme. But when I'm mask, it's a little harder. And whenever I have my boy days, it's not like I mean, like, so far I haven't had, like, boy, like, weeks or anything like that. I feel like I always kind of have, like, this masculine air. But I think that there are times where, like, I just can't, you know, just can't be dressing in a dress. Or I just can't be, like, dressing up like a girl. And, like, I'll, like, wear a toga. Or I'll wear, like, a piece of fabric, you know, on my body. Just because I cannot put on something that's going to gender me, you know? So I'll put on, like, a shawl or something because like I feel like that's like a cape. It's like a way for me to be genderless. I mean, regardless of the fact that there's like a pattern, I think that it's like for me a way to kind of tone down like femininity in my presentation. um and it feels right and I just love it. But as I said, I love being super femme. I love putting on lipstick and makeup. And oh, I actually like I got some blue eyeliner so I can do blue eyebrows. I was trying to do blue eyebrows today, but they only worked in like real life. Like in real life I obviously had blue eyebrows, but in all my pictures they just looked like really weird. So kind of sucked. But hopefully this when this eyeliner comes, I'm gonna like dye my eyebrows and like try to get them like as light as possible. I feel like I can lighten them pretty easily. But I'm wondering if I'll be able to have like blue eyebrows for reals. Cause that would be the fucking shit. If I could have a motherfucking blue ass eyebrows, bitch. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. Or green eyebrows, too. Like, I've been thinking about making my hair green because I really like the green. But I like the blue, too. I think blue's pretty. But I also want lavender hair. And I actually know, like, where I can buy some lavender hair. But I don't know if I really want to do it. Because, like, I love the white. But I wonder, I think I would love lavender just as much. I think I might dye my hair lavender and then just like have lavender braids. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know. But see that's the thing, like I feel that way sometimes like about mask stuff. Like I'll like look at dude clothes, but like most of the time like the dude clothes that I C are like really expensive or they're ugly as fuck because I'm a fat dude. But the thing is, like, I'm a fat dude, but at the same time, I'm not like the fattest dude. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong, men's plus size is like hard knock life. However, at the same time, I think that men's clothes are like because they're obviously different than femme clothes. They're a little bit bigger, so like I can get away with wearing like a dude's like 1 or 2X, which is awesome. However, I think that like for me to like pull off more masculine like looks, I would have to get like a 4X so it could be baggy on me, and that's where things get kind of tricky because it's like as much as I want something to be baggy, I don't want it to be so baggy. White people stay yelling outside. No culture. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I get excited about like what kind of. I mean, like for dude stuff, I get pumped about like track jackets or like nice jackets or something. Um, and hmm, shoes. I bought a pair of dude shoes and like they fit, but I just don't feel like they're like as dudeish as I wanted them to be. I feel like they're kind of ugly. I don't know. It's just like hard out here. Like I want to look as mask as possible, but I don't know. And then like I found out that this like guy that I was crushing on, he was like he likes girls that are like mad masculine, and I was like, oh, that's kind of hot. But like, I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, I still love dudes. Oh, can I tell y'all? This girl that I have a crush on sent me a picture of her boobs, and like, I don't think she realizes I have a crush on her, but maybe she does, and maybe that's why she sent me a picture of her boobs. I don't know, but I'm kind of bugging about it because it's like, dude, like, I'm not even one of those people, but I had like a 10-second zone out where I like just thought about some like very impure things, and I was just like, good lord, like, why is this my life? You know what I mean? Like, why am I living like this? But I can't help it. You know what I mean? I can't help it. Like, I'm gay as hell, and this bitch knows it. She knows I'm gay as hell. I know she can smell it on me. Lord, I don't know, but I'm about to go. My God, my belly is so full. Yo, them tacos, bitch. I'm about to go have some Honey Nut Cheerios or some shit. But, anyways, thank you guys for chilling and hanging out and watching. Alright, I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, I recorded this, by the way. Me recorded it. So, it's going to be available soon for share. So,